And if we ask the stars what they mean, what would they say back to us? Welcome. You want to go on a card journey today? Give me some of your time, and I'll give you some of your story. Well, let's see what the cards say.
Hey there, Leo. Welcome to Koi Plays Tarot. My name is Koi, and I'm going to be your tarot card reader for today. As a set of quick reminders, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification button. That way, when things get uploaded, you can see what the stars are trying to say to you. Also, individual reads are now open, so if you're interested in booking a one-on-one with me, just message or email. Link is in the bio or on the main page. And yeah, let's get that rolling. What are we looking at in this round of reads, Leo? We already did the first and last, because again, new month, new year, and also your career read. That was about last week or so. So in this round of reads, it's going to be your one-to-one this month of January. One-to-one is a style of reading that I do that examines the direct relational line between person A and person B, point A and point B. Caveat to this style of reads. The first is that while they tend to get called love readings a lot, I want to avoid that kind of phrasing because they're not always lovely, right? I don't just talk about butterflies and romanticism. I talk about all dynamics in a relationship, right? Not just the lovely parts. The second, it ain't always got to be about love. Promise you. It could be a family member, friend, coworker, somebody you just met, right? It's just the most prevalent direct relational line that's coming up right now. So as a preamble to the read, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, but don't always be so willing to reverse. At times, even it gets difficult to understand. I, as a tarot card reader, not really here to misguide you or mislead you. That's not why I do this. We just lay the cards out, good, bad, or otherwise, and come rain or sunshine, we turn it into a conversation. So with all that being said, Leo, let's look at your one-to-one for this month. And between you and this person, let's see what the cards say. Show us the cards that we need to see, please, for the Leo Collective in their one-to-one for this month. What are the cards that we need to see, please, for our Leos? You're going to be over here. They're going to be over here. On your side? Okay. Interesting. The World. The highest even of all the major arcana. Ending or beginning? What's going on? On their side, the burden of what is carried. Okay. So, between you and another, a decision has been made. Now, where they entirely stand with it is more so the idea of this is a weight, this is a burden that is carried, this is something I must live with. On your end, I'm getting the sense that we're seeing the world in its precipice, meaning we're seeing the world as this cycle, whatever it is between us, is completely and absolutely over. What that means, I'm not entirely sure. But in order for, what's that, the lyrics for that semisonic song, Closing Time, every new beginning comes from another beginning's end, right? And here, definitively saying, Leo, it's done. Now, what else does the world have to offer? So, okay, we're seeing with both the completion of a cycle and the burden of that cycle. What that means, we're going to find out. So now that we have two parties located on the board, we're going to look for what's called fronts and backs. Fronts being what's being directly communicated between the two. Backs, what's being left out or not directly said. Show us the cards that we need to see, please, for Leo in this read. Define the fronts and backs for their one-on-ones. 1-2-1s. Because again, to be so definitive, just to kick off the board saying, yeah, it's done. What does done mean to you? I think that's a better question. Okay. So on your side, okay, 5 of Cups. Why is that being hidden behind? Directly communicate as a Page of Cups. Let's see what's going on their end. 8 of Swords. Feeling the powerlessness of choice. Devil, the card of Capricorn. Well, I mean, it's good to pull the power card of the season. Devil is a sign of Capricorn in the tarot deck. Let's put a quick break right here. This ain't gonna be pretty. I think I'll explain your side before I go over to theirs. On your side, Leo, we're looking at someone who's saying, I'm going to make the best of what the situation was, the happiness of what was happening between us, but understand I am in pain right now. It's not just the quote unquote reality of us breaking apart. It's the notion that, no, we really got here. And this is what you want. This is what I want. It's no longer compatible between us. On their side, what's being directly communicated is even when you try to bring up the good things or just say, do you really want this? Are you sure? They're communicating a notion of powerlessness or the idea that this dynamic is holding them back. The problem that I have with that is that the Eight of Swords also spells out an obvious truth, right? It's always characterized by somebody trapped in an open air cage. So can they get out? Yes. May they hurt themselves on the way out? Also true. Meaning that when push comes to shove, I don't think that what's necessarily being communicated through them on their end is saying exactly what's being meant to be said. And the reason I'm saying that, Leo, is because the devil is sitting behind. So whatever they're saying they feel locked by, or whatever they're saying, this is why this isn't working, this is why this... Oh no, they've been thinking about this for a while. The devil has been sitting on their shoulders. This is what you actually wanted. The thing is, it's not being framed as such. It's being framed as a conversation of self-becoming and powerlessness, whereas we're not just owning our stuff and saying, actually, I didn't want this for the longest. So what's going on, there's been a subtle break in communication that's being kind of purposely misinterpreted as, oh, this is a sudden revelation. No, it's not. That devil would not have been sitting there with that Eight of Swords saying, hey, I don't like it, but here's where it is. They've been sitting with this for a while. And it's not if they have. The question is how long and why didn't we communicate this? And that's probably why you're left in the state of the Five of Cups right now. You're not going to let them see that. You're actually, that's why the world's coming through here. You're totally and fundamentally against it. It's just, where do we go from here? I think that's a bigger question that you're having right now. Okay, so standing with each individual position, show the cards that we need to see, please. Define positions for Leo in this read. They're a one-to-one read between them and their person. Show the cards that we need to see, please. Page of Swords, so observance. I think this is so interesting because that is representative of somebody who's trying to observe and try to learn. And simultaneously, I don't think it's really trying to see if there's any new possibility between you and this person. It's more the idea that, it's more the idea that, no, everything that you're telling me only justifies why I'm leaving. So I'm going to let you, your lips are moving. I'm going to let you keep talking, and I'm going to let you keep saying whatever you have to say. But right now, there's nothing you can say that can persuade me otherwise. And that's why even through sadness, I close this out. On their end, the Fool, the power of a new beginning. If they just wanted that, they could have just said that. And preferably a long time ago. But here, I think... And again, I'm not trying to, totally shift blame to your person, Leo. And if you are a cross watcher, if it hits, it hits. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Regardless, what's being communicated is you still want that new beginning. The thing is, it's not being entirely truthful about how we got there. What's going on between you two? If it was irreconcilable months ago, then we should have talked about it months ago. But regardless, you, Leo, because this is your read, so I'm going to go back over here. You finally come to the resolution. It's over. Now, what does life have in store for me? Underneath it all, Two of Wands, intentionality. So we push forward with not only the fire of intent, but trying to strategize about where life will carry us. Okay, cool. I can get with that. Now that we have two different parties on the board, one looking towards the other, 1-to-1, let's look down the middle, 1-2-1. What is shared in between Leo and their person for this 1-to-1 read, please? Show us cards that we need to see, please. Define the space that is held and shared between Leo and their person. Nine of Swords, the intent of action. We're definitely going through with this. Okay, so we're taking action, separation, Page of Cups, trying to keep things at least looking at the brighter side of what's going on here. Um, Three of Cups. Now, if this was a different context, I would say this would be a reunion with another party. But because of the separation factor that's happening between you and this person, Leo, there is a third party influence here. That's the easiest way I could put it. I don't know if you are trying to find solace elsewhere or they are, but it's mutually agreed, or at least mutually understood, that there's one additional person at this table. The Fool, a new beginning. So at least we can, if we can't be nice, we can at least agree that, hey, this is where we are. And the Queen of Cups, I gave it my best. How each person defines that for themselves, that depends. But again, we're looking at, although the emotions are very raw between you two, and that's dead obvious, there's also the factor of, hey, you got nothing else to lose, right? So what's going on here? Underneath it all, Ace of Swords, truth. Truth, and by extension, a challenge here. Why couldn't we have been honest with each other yesterday? This is how we really felt. If you didn't want to do this with me, if you really didn't want this, then how did we get here? And I think that's the biggest thing that both of you are trying to reflect on in your own ways. However, you hold fundamentally different dispositions that are leading you in two totally different directions. You still come to the same conclusion. What's shared between you two? Yeah. Happiness has to be found elsewhere. It's going to be found elsewhere in different ways, but it cannot be found with each other anymore. Cool, I get that. That's good. However, what's being communicated over here is that, blah, 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 X number of reasons. I'm still not going to say exactly what I've been meaning to say, but I know it's just going to sit with me. And that is what leads me to a new conclusion. Here, you're starting from the end and working your way back to the beginning. I am done now. How did it get here? Still the same conclusion, just coming from different angles. Okay? Define the major arcana strewn across the table for Leo in this read. What defines the major arcana strewn across the table for Leo in this read? We will first look at the world and move forward. The highest, even amongst the majors. What's going on here? We move. Okay. So, on your side, Leo, Hierophant. Normally the card of Taurus, or just simply put the notion of this is my new calling, my new awakening. Here, I'm accepting full-blown that this is over. Never trying this again with you. The Devil over here, the card of Capricorn. Seven of Swords, this is what I'm talking about. It's not entirely a truthful conclusion, or all behaviors that are displayed on the surface are not exactly what they appear to be. Having that behind the Devil in this read, Leo, indicates right now they're not in the space of truthful communication about what's been going on. That's the easiest and nicest way I'm going to put it right now. The framing of the Eight of Swords then becomes a weapon of animosity, because we're saying, at least on their end, the framing that I'm so powerless here, whereas no, you've always had a choice. You just actively chose not to engage. Those are two different things. To the Fool, Ten of Cups. And so with their new beginning, trying to harmonize what they truly want, okay, aim for it, but we could have been, on a better page between each other. To the Fool down the middle, Knight of Wands. If for nothing else, it was good while it lasted, and if for nothing else, maybe freedom from each other is the best thing that we got right now. Resolution. We go cards of resolution for Leo in this read. What's all in the space of resolution for Leo in the 1-to-1 read today? Resolution, we hold Ace of Swords, and just like you're underneath, we finally are laying out on the table, we're telling the truth. Eight of Swords, even if it's the notion of something we don't like, the answer is still there. We just gotta look at the obvious. Underneath it all, Strength. Your card, Leo. what does life look like for me after all of this? What do I see for you in your video? You are definitively coming to a conclusion that bond between you and another that you've held so strongly is coming to kind of a crashing and burning kind of end. On their end, until the framework of honesty is introduced in everything that's being said, whatever's being communicated will never be a satisfactory answer. Now, does that mean that, their conclusion is changing or that they want to work on this? Absolutely not. I'm not going to give that impression. That's not what I see on their side. But what I do see is that they're trying to define a new beginning with, justification after justification over here. You're trying to understand your ending with the rewind to that beginning. So you two are working from different angles with the same exact conclusion. But what is shared down the middle? Understand when it was good between you two, it was. When it's not, it's not. But truth be told, that 3 of Cups in between, especially in a read like this, I'm not going to automatically assume you're two intimate partners here. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that happiness is going to be found elsewhere, not with each other. So that's what I see in your read today, Leo. I hope this conversation helped. And yeah, it's tough, but you've already resolved to find out what life means for you. So go find what life means for you. But sometimes that's what we can do. I'll see you around, okay? Take care.